Hi, thank you for joining in. I have an updated video to do because this is a really old product. I made a really old video about it originally back when it came out, 2015. And back then, obviously, technology was different. The resolution of my camera was different from now. So I figured I would do an updated little overview of the Pinocchio Marionette made by the Disney Store. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to keep it as light, fast as possible. I do have also a very quick version of it as well on my Instagram shorts. I'm sorry, my YouTube shorts. So you can also check one out there as well. That one doesn't have any audio, I don't think. I can't remember, but you guys can check it out if you want. So yeah, here we go. All right, so here is the box. This is a really large figure. This was one of 500. This was released from the Disney Store, and it did come with an authenticity card. So mine is number 93 out of 500, and this just says the limited edition Pinocchio Marionette, released by Disney Store in 2015, has been meticulously designed by Disney artists to ensure every detail was portrayed, capturing with it Pinocchio's essence. This figure is guaranteed to be a treasured keepsake for all fans and collectors. So this is obviously a very limited item. It's very special. From what I've learned over the years is that this is actually a kind of like a re-release of a very similar version, if not almost the same exact thing from like years prior, which I don't remember when that was. But anyway, so he's already behind here. He's right here. Oh, this is a box also. It has a little bit of artwork. So it has kind of like a little sketch of him. Similar messaging on the back, except this one, it describes a little bit more of the specifics. So this one, it mentions that he's fully jointed, arms and legs, and he's attached to a 28-inch hanging stand. And then it just goes into the details about the outfit, which is corduroy, real buttons. It kind of has he has like a velvet vest, velvet hat, and that's kind of it. So there really isn't too much to talk about there. Now I've had him on display for several months now. He kind of goes in and out of display. I kind of put him back. I take him back up. This is a Jiminy Cricket little maquette, I guess you would say. This is from the Disney parks like some years ago. He was available for a really long time, but I just put him next to there. So here he is in all his glory. There is a very large, heavy stand, which is, I mean, it has to be because he himself, he's not hollow, so he's very heavy. And on the bottom, the base here, there, and I'll do a few close-ups for you as well, so you can see. But the close-up or the details up close are really great. There's all of this layered and painted, raised details within the lettering, all of this kind of like filigree, or I'm not sure exactly what to call it. And then the stand, the base, I believe this is all some sort of I don't think it's an acrylic, but I don't know the material. Anyway, like mentioned, he does have joints that work attached to the strings. And if you are looking to possibly purchase this item, if that's why you're watching this, I would say he's definitely worth it. He's a really special collector's item. I know that now he's extremely expensive. I mean, you never know in the future what might happen. Again, I'm pretty sure this was like the exact version that it was before this re-release. I don't know the edition size of the original one, but that's something that you guys can look up if you like. But here he is. His little bow tie thing here, whatever you call this, little collar, this comes apart. You can easily clean it if you need to. His little vest also comes apart. So, if you do need to go through and you need to clean him up, you can do that easily. He is very he is very fragile, I will say. When you touch him, like it does feel like if you're a little too rough with him, his joints could break. But they do have these kind of screws that are in here to support the weight. The other thing too, I would mention if you are considering purchasing him is that his paint does easily chip off, which I can show you that as well in some close-ups in just a minute. But I just wanted to give you the full scope of what he looks like. So again, on the back of the box, this mentions he comes complete with fully jointed arms and legs attached to a 20-inch hanging stand. So if you're considering buying him, just remember like the stand itself is really long. So I would say if you're going to put him on in a display case or something like that, just be careful, super careful about your measurements because it's pretty massive. Now on the top, and again, like as I take it apart, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually putting him back in the box for now because right now it is November 20th. So I'm going to be decorating for Christmas soon. So I'm actually going to take him down and put him back in the box. But he does have this, the wooden, what do you call it? Like kind of like the handle or like the marionette, uh, the wooden part that the strings are attached to. Like, I don't know what you call that. And there's this really solid metal um, stand in the back, which you unscrew and then it comes off. I think it's either two or three pieces. It might be two. And then it screws into this stand. So that all comes apart. These do not detach from him or this portion up here. So this all stays together when you put him in the box. It's just the actual metal part of the stand comes apart. And then just take care of him, store him very, very carefully. I remember back when I ordered this is actually the second one that I got because he's very, very fragile. And the first one we got, they didn't put it in a separate box. They basically just, I think, shipped him in the shipper. And underneath, this came all cracked where his head just like didn't stay on. It was so sad because it was such an exclusive item. And for them to basically just like ship it like that was kind of crazy. Um, so just also that was kind of something to mention. Now let's take a close look at some of the details. This is where you can see a little bit of his paint chipped on his knee. And you can also see the screws that are attached to his knee, making the joints movable. Here you can see the rich textures of his clothes. You can see that the shorts also have some embroidery as well as a stitched on velvet detail. Here's his bow tie and his collar, the velvet little vest that goes on top. I'll also show you the buttons. This is how the suspenders and buttons look with his vest opened. You can see where the metal attachments are in the back where the string is held on. This is where it's attached to his head. His hat does not come off. This is how the wooden part attaches. I'll warn you though, this puppet is really heavy. So this, which actually is attached by some screws, when I went to go take him out of the box this year, the fabric actually wore away. So this was no longer attached, which was going to be a big problem. So I had to actually put a lot of super glue to help the threads rebind so it would be strong enough to support the weight of the puppet. And that was just from like general aging. Also, when I was listening to the playback of when I was reading the back of the box, I said 20 inches high. I meant to say 28 inches. So just to clarify, I'm going to show you. I'm going to stand on this chair that I have so I can show you how to take it down, because he was stored for so long that when I went to go take him down, I could not remember how to do this. So basically what you have to do is you kind of have to hold him and like tilt this. It's so hard to get him off of here because you have to slide him off of this whatever you call this, like piece of fabric. Okay, so like right now I took it off, then you got to slide this out. So there he is. And then the box comes with a styrofoam packaging that he goes back into. Then from here, you unscrew this portion here. And then this one comes apart in two pieces. Take that one off. And then this one is unscrewed from that heavy base that he comes with. You can see. On the bottom, also, it has the same information as far as your edition size on the base. Should I show you that? See, 93 out of 500. I really like that they put this on the bottom as well. Oh, you can see it's kind of from the, over time it kind of slid and moved, the little foot. But here it is. I'm gonna guess this is probably like, I don't know, maybe 20 pounds, 15 pounds. I don't know. I think it's about probably, I would say probably 15. I'm judging by my dog. My dog is about, I think my dog is like 20 pounds. This is probably about 15. This is the styrofoam packaging that he comes with. This is where the base goes. Okay. Obviously, you can tell that is where Pinocchio goes, in this slot over here. So I'm going to gently move him. So what I gotta do is put him in here. Now, the only thing is, oh, by the way, these can move like that. This has to go like that. Okay, so you can kind of see there. This side over here is for the hook. Okay. And can't forget the authenticity card. And then you want to make sure too that with his hat, you want to make sure he's really squished down there, because of his nose. When you go to put this down, there is like a indentation up here in the styrofoam to make room for that, but I'll show you. See, it's kind of still open right here. You just want to be sure you don't squish him too hard. And then you want to make sure his feet kind of line up, because you're going to end up sliding him back in that box. All right. So, got him pretty much in there. There he goes. He is ready to be packed away again. I actually have the original shipper as well, which is right here. It's all beat up, but I do still have it. And I even have, it actually still has the original packing slip that I never took out. So funny. It has even like a super, super old address on there and everything. All right. He is all packed. Got him in there. He's ready to take a little seasonal break. And he'll be back out next year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Hopefully that's helpful. Let me know in the comments if you're considering buying him. I know it's a big purchase. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I even have a Twitch I don't use very often, but I'm MD Toys on everything. I tend to post the most on TikTok, and then here on YouTube, I'll do a lot of shorts. But let me know if you guys have questions. I do also have some other collectibles here and there that I take videos of, shorts of, and I post it. So hopefully this was helpful for you, and I guess I'll see you next time. Let me know if there's anything that you guys have questions on.